I'm going to make it quick as possible because I don't want to spend too much time talking. I want to get turning. But I want to give you kind of a brief history on how I got started in wood turning. And it happened a little over a year and a half ago. I went to Columbus with my husband. He was going to buy knife handle material. And there was a guy turning at, it was either Woodcraft or Woodworks, I can't remember the store, and he kind of drew me in. And they were updating their classroom that they have there, and we bought our first lathe. He got me my first lathe, and we moved up to a bigger lathe. It was the Grizzly. It was used too, and I'm okay with that because it's a nice lathe, and I've made a lot of beautiful things on it. I think the bed I can turn 22 inches on it, so it's got, I can turn some big stuff. I've turned a lot of big bowls and big platters and stuff like that, so I did a lot of them, and I do smalls too on it. I did the last video I did a little spindle, I think it was, or a little finial. So I'm messing around with sizes, big and small, just to kind of build my skills up. So on this, speaking of skills, I wanted to make a yarn bowl, and this yarn bowl, hopefully it turns out. I'm not exactly sure if it will, but I'm okay with that. I pre-drilled the holes last night, and because I don't have a router, so I thought if I pre-drilled the holes, then after I turn the piece, I can just take a small saw and cut out the remaining material. So I'm going to flip the camera around so I can kind of go over that with you, and we'll get started on the video, starting on turning. Hold on. Alright, this is a piece of Ambrosia maple, and it has quite a bit of character to it. It has some bug holes in it and stuff, so I'm excited over that. I'm sure once I get inside it's going to be beautiful. But as you can see, I pre-drilled the holes, and I got the shape that I'm looking for, so I'm hoping when I turn, because I drilled in pretty far, that when I turn I can just take this and cut this out. And these are little pieces, remnants of leather my husband had left over from making sheaths, and he saved them for me, and I got 3 different sizes, and I thought it would be really nice to put them inside this yarn bowl as decoration. Just add a little bit of character to it. So I am going to stop yakking, and I am going to start turning. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my videos. In the spotlight today is pins by Matt. Matt and my husband was communicating on Instagram, and Matt made this beautiful pin for me. It has my logo in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's extremely well made. It's really nice. It feels good in the hand when you're writing. If you guys are interested in seeing what Matt has to offer, go to his Instagram page and look him up and follow him and see what he has there. He is very talented, and the wood part of this pin is made out of walnut. So here's kind of the information on that. If you guys can read that, hopefully my camera's focusing. But he is in my spotlight today. So Matt, I want to thank you so much for the pin. I hope the pin blanks that we sent you was usable, and stuff that you're able to use on your pins that you're going to make. Thank you so much. I really love this. You did an amazing job, and I hope that in the future I can maybe get some more pins off of you. Thank you again. You are awesome. Have a good day. God bless you. I power sanded. I started at 100 grit and I went clear up to 400. So I'm trying to establish the thickness of this bowl. I don't want it too thin and I don't want it too thick. I want it to have a pretty reasonable weight to it, so that way when you got your yarn in there and you're pulling on it, it doesn't fly across off of your table or your end table or whatever. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, is just establish that thickness. And I don't want to go too thin on the side walls because I don't want to lose the little spiral thing that is in the side. This part of the process was a little bit tedious for me. This is the saw that I used to do this. I didn't have, and I don't have, a router to be able to do something like this. And you know what? It's okay, because I was able to learn from this, and to tell you the truth, I really enjoyed it. Even though it took a little over 3 hours for me to do this, due to arthritis in my shoulder and stuff like that, I pushed through and I accomplished getting it finished. The 3.5 hours took with the sanding of this whole inside of this little embellishment, and that includes putting the leather decorations in there too, the leather accents. After starting to clean out the little embellishment for the yarn to go through, I wasn't satisfied with how thick the sidewalls was. To me, it was just way too thick. It needed to be thinned down just a little bit. So that's what I'm doing here, is I'm just going through and just doing my final thinning of the inside of the bowl. I'm sanding the edges of the little leather circles because they're not quite small enough to fit in the holes. I couldn't find a drill bit that was right spot on with it. It was either too small or too big for each of the drill bits. So I thought, you know what, I could just sand the edges of it down and it would work. I had to put some of the finer shavings in the holes to fill them in because I got a little too carried away with the drill and I drilled just a little bit too deep, but I was able to fill them in. I did use Star Bond medium CA glue. I will put a link in the description. If you guys are interested in it, just click on that link and go check it out for yourself. On the finish, I used OB Shine Juice because I wanted something that was kind of slippery, and I thought that it would help with the yarn to be able to pull through easily without any kind of resistance. I did use, after I was done in between the 3 coats, I think it was, of the OB Shine Juice, I did steel wool in between each of them. The last coat I steel wooled after it was dry, and I went and buffed it with microcrystalline wax. And it turned out absolutely amazing. This was a fun project. I enjoyed it. It was very challenging for me, and I hope to do more like this. I hope to be able to challenge myself doing stuff like this again, because this was definitely fun. If you like this video, hey, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my videos. Wait till the end, there will be photos for you to look at. Thank you guys. God bless.